St. Louis has always been home for me, and there are so many things that I absolutely love about this area, but of course there are some things that I don't particularly like, and I'm sure that most St. Louisans feel the same way. So here's a list of pros and cons of living in St. Louis. One of the best things that we have here in St. Louis is all the free stuff. I mean, you can go a lot of places and not spend any money if you don't want to. For example, we have a nationally ranked zoo. We have the Forest Park walking trails. We have the outdoor musical theater called the Muni. You can even go visit the Gateway Arch, walk around the grounds, check out the museum. The St. Louis History and Art Museums are free. The St. Louis Science Center has all sorts of activities for kids of all ages. And if you want to check out the Anheuser-Busch Brewery, you can do that for free too. We have so much free stuff that when you do have to pay for an attraction, it kind of feels like a ripoff. Now, we do have some really cool attractions if you're willing to pay a little bit of an entry fee to get through. For example, the Botanical Gardens is one place you could check out. The St. Louis Aquarium just opened in 2019 and it's awesome. We have plenty of sporting opportunities to check out. The St. Louis Cardinals, the Blues, and soon we're getting our own football club called St. Louis City. You could also check out Six Flags St. Louis in Eureka. Then there's also Ballpark Village. You can hang out there, watch sports, eat some really good food. There's the Magic House for kids and the City Museum for kids and adults. It's totally awesome and it's got a huge playground with like a 10-foot slide. You should really check it out. Another thing that I really like about St. Louis is we have beautiful parks everywhere. Forest Park is probably our biggest. Then there's the Botanical Gardens, there's Lone Elk Park, Creve Coeur Lake, we've got Tower Grove Park, we've got Powder Valley. Wilmar Sculpture Park is pretty cool too. The Jewel Box is in Forest Park and Suisun Park. So plenty of places to get out, walk around, check out what's out there, and just spend some good old-fashioned nature time. One thing that makes St. Louis pretty unique is that we have lots of different neighborhoods to choose from. So depending on the lifestyle that you wish to have, there are several places to choose from. We've got historic towns like Maplewood. We've got urban living in Clayton. There's some upscale and open spaces in Eureka and Wildwood, and we've got those cute little gingerbread houses in South City. Now, because there are so many neighborhoods to choose from, sometimes it kind of gets confusing about what is where exactly. For example, we have St. Louis City and St. Louis County, and they're actually two different counties, and they have different regulations and rules, and each has their own unique persona and reputation. But sometimes it's hard to remember which one is which and where the lines actually lie. Another one of my personal favorites is that we have some of the best nationally ranked schools and some of the top in Missouri. According to niche.com, St. Louis has the top 3 schools in Missouri and 12 of the top 20. Amazing schools, yes, but the one thing we always ask is, well, where'd you go to high school? For anyone who grew up in St. Louis, this is a common question when meeting someone new. And it's not meant to be offensive, but rather to see where you grew up. For people outside of the St. Louis area, it seems an odd question because it doesn't mean much to anyone else. Let's talk about the weather. And I'm not talking small talk. We're in the Midwest, so don't like the weather? Just wait a few days. To see a temperature difference of 20 to 30 degrees in a 12-hour period is actually kind of expected around here. I've seen snow melting due to 50-degree temperatures the following days. Yep, we're in the Midwest. So you love the weather? Too bad, it's about to change. Weather's pretty unpredictable in the Midwest, especially around season changes. Now, we could see a beautiful spring day, and that may last for a week, followed by a practical blizzard the next. And the fall is absolutely no different. It seems like we will never get a break from the summer heat until fall rolls around, and it's about a week, and it's just lovely, and it's cool, and we're going outside in our sweatshirts, and then we're right back to stifling heat and humidity. Because St. Louis is a big metropolis, there are lots of highways to commute, no matter where you live and where you work. Some always seem to have construction going on. We see you, Highway 44. And some have 2 names, depending on which side of the Mississippi you grew up on. Now, in Illinois, we always called it 64. And then in Missouri, everyone calls it 40. Now, we've got interstates and highways and plenty of alternative routes in case there's a significant traffic jam. We have a lot of commuters, so traffic is sometimes kind of heavy. In the morning and in the afternoons on the radio stations, they do a really great job of sharing traffic updates, so you can find alternative routes pretty quickly and frequently. And sometimes they even offer the alternative route that might be quicker if you aren't necessarily already stuck. And the last really cool thing about St. Louis, duh, the Arch. So if you're thinking about moving to St. Louis, I'd love to talk more about some of the pros and cons of living here. I've lived here all my life, even though I grew up 20 minutes from downtown. So call me or text me or even send some smoke signals. But let's get talking.